I get asked the question all the time, what loadout should I use, like with a fresh hunter with no traits? Like, what is the best loadout to use with no traits? That question can be very different depending on what like loadout you want. You could have like a shotgun answer, you could have a melee answer, and you can also have like a compact or long ammo answer. Like, there's no real like set like this is the best loadout for budget slash fresh hunters with no traits. The big answer for me would be like, what is the most versatile loadout I could possibly have without traits? And that answer is pretty obvious to me. I would say it would be the Martini Henry Deadeye and the Scott-Field Spitfire. Now, the only thing with those two is that you really have to have FMJ for the Spitfire, and the Martini Henry Deadeye you don't have right away on a Prestige. So you would have to get all the way to the point where you get the Martini Henry, which is pretty early. I think it's level 40 in the Bloodline. You get that unlocked, and then in the meantime, you're using the Scott-Field regular variant to unlock the Spitfire and the FMJ. That won't take... By the time you get level 40, you'll have FMJ for the Spitfire, and then as you use the Martini Henry, it shouldn't take a few games to get the Deadeye. Now, in this video, I'm going to be covering the cost, the benefits, the drawbacks. I'm going to be going in deep on this loadout. I'm going to be going into depth about what you should bring with it, items, tools, consumables, all that stuff. And then I'm also going to go into depth about the playstyles you can do with it, whether it's best used in solos, duos, trios, etc. And how to use it. But before we get into all that, I just want to ask that did my dog stop barking? If at any point you find yourself enjoying the video or find the content useful, leave a like and share with your friends. Those little two small things do make a hell of a difference when it comes to YouTube. If you have any additional questions, you can leave them down in the comments below or find me on Twitch at twitch.tv/HollowXabyss, and that link will be down in the description. But yeah, with all that self-promo out of the way, let's get right into the video. This is the loadout I have named the Deadeye Scotty. It's a Martini Henry with Spitfire FMJ. Now, for my tools, I typically go with the Knuckles, Medkit, Chokes, and Concertina. Those can be changed based on your preference. The only thing that, in my opinion, you need to have is a melee, a Medkit, and Chokes. The Chokes are for your teammates. If you're running solo, you can take that out. Obviously, you could change out the melee for a knuckle knife, a heavy knife. It all depends on what you prefer. If you get rid of the Concertina, it'll drop down 90 hunt dollars, which is a significant jump. I just like to have the Concertina just in case I'm by myself or solo after teammates have died, and I have something to turn the odds in my favor. For my consumables, I run a big stam shot, a big vitality shot, a sticky, and a frag grenade. The only things you really need for this loadout, in my opinion, is the big stam and the big vitality. The sticky is just for the boss to get it killed faster. I prefer just to get the boss right out of the way. That way when I'm not getting jumped while I'm fighting a boss. The frag grenade is for utility. I will show you in future clips how I make use of it. If you get rid of the sticky and the frag grenade, then I'll drop another 70 and 65 hunt dollars. So this loadout can range anywhere from 500 hunt dollars all the way to 757 hunt dollars. In my experience, if you win a game, you should be able to get that money back. In addition to that, all the weapons you pick up are also profit. I typically will pick up any Mosins, Dolches, Uppercuts, Crowning Kings, anything that's of value more than the weapon I already have, I'll pick it up. And then with the money I get from bounty, I will buy the loadout again. That way I'm always collecting better loadouts. Eventually you'll get to the point where you have so much extra weapons that you literally have to run them. And that's where you get to have fun builds and do whatever you want and not worry about the loss, because it's all technically free.
Get your gun, get your knife, lace your boots. Today's the day. Oh, sinner.
The Martini Henry Deadeye, in my opinion, is what really pulls this loadout together. The Spitfire with FMJ has longer headshot range, don't get me wrong, but you will still find yourself hitting headshots that don't kill. That's where the Martini Henry comes in, so whenever you're at range, you do not need to be using the Spitfire. The Spitfire is definitely a fallback for when you get pushed. 9 times out of 10, if somebody's not running a shotgun, they're probably running long ammo. And in my opinion, if you can't beat them, join them. The Martini Henry Deadeye really gives you that range without sacrificing the up close. I would say that the Spark Sniper would be the closest thing to replace the Martini Henry Deadeye in this scenario, but that sniper scope can really prove to be a problem in close quarters. The Deadeye, while it might be a little harder to get used to, is way more versatile than a sniper scope, but it still gives you that little boost you need for some of those longer range shots. One of the most useful ways I've found to use the Martini Henry is to sit back when you're in a team of 3 and pick off people who are rotating. If you're far enough back in a team fight, you can really be prepared for that random flanker who likes to rotate around your team and get you from behind. All you gotta do is take your time and line up that easy headshot.
Thank you.
And remember, you have long ammo and FMJ. Do not be afraid to go for wallbangs. It might be really cheesy for me to say this, but you do miss 100% of the shots you don't take. And when all else fails and you just can't seem to hit wallbangs, all you really gotta do is throw a frag grenade in there and just listen to him bleed. And my favorite part about this loadout is you can really play however you want. You can play as slow or as fast as your heart desires. For me, I really like to sit back, get one pick, and then push him with the pressure that creates. Be sure that you're not stepping on your teammates' toes, and try your best to work with them. Even if they're randoms and you can't communicate, you can always find a way to work together. Now, I definitely just see myself as an average hunt player. I'm sure this won't impress anybody on like a higher skill level or a veteran of the game, but I really hope this video can help out people who are newer or might not be quite sure what loadout they should run. And if you've never really run this loadout or given it a chance, I would say just try to run it for one day and see what happens. Now, in this last clip, I really wanted to showcase to you how useful this loadout could be in a boss compound. So me and Melon banish the boss, and then we go outside to set up because we really don't want to sit in the boss lair with the loadouts we have. And lo and behold, we get ambushed by 2 different teams. Let's take a look at how this loadout holds up against 2 teams.
Or do we want to sit outside?
It's not a bad boss for to sit in, but I also have Martini with... Wait, do you hear water?
You got a scope.
I thought I heard people in the water.
I think you're okay. I'm gonna go and get rid of these birds. Oh my god, you were not crazy.
We're at
90. Right here. Ow!
the Ronin. I shouldn't jump down. Is he on you?
Bro, he's kissing my ass.
Right here.
I fucking could barely even see him. Julie, surprise. Shit. Oh my god, get inside. Woo! I am unimportant. Leave me.
That reach?
You could probably chuck it that far. You just have to aim up really high. I don't hear them on my body, so maybe?
Well, they got long ammo, so they're not gonna push in. No way he saw me.
Shoot that yellow barrel. Shoot that other team. Holly, you got this. Good shot. You got this.
We do this. You don't have your motion probably, but watch out for wire.
Ooh, I know I almost stepped in it. Sprinkled, but I do have it. I'm okay.
No res.
It's okay. We're alive, Glenn.
Window right here. Tagged him. What?
Make it to your left. Oh, good.
All right, we clutched those. The only real weakness I see for this loadout is that you may not be able to shoot as fast because you have to reload after every bullet in the martini. And if someone pushes you with a shotgun, you better get a headshot, or else you're pretty much just doomed. But honestly, that really applies for pretty much every gun. I think the accelerated fire rate of the Spitfire with the addition of FMJ makes it a better version of the Officer. Yes, the Officer may be able to shoot slightly faster, but the Spitfire with FMJ can pin, and that makes a world of difference in Hunt Showdown. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. If you'd like to see more Hunt content, please let me know. This is my first video in over a year. I've taken a very long break. I've changed things up quite a bit. I really feel like this is a game I can dive deep into and make more videos about. If you'd like to watch me live, I will be live today at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you're planning on farming those Twitch drops,
Nice.
do me a favor and do them with me. I'll also be live on Friday and Sunday. If you would like future updates on content and streams, please feel free to join my Discord, which will be linked down in the description. But until next time, I hope you guys have a fantastic night and happy hunting.
Hollow.
All right. That should be lobby.